Everyone needs that little bit of motivation in the morning to get them through the day. But some people need it more than others. Right now, there's somebody rushing around in their home trying to get things done before they leave. Or maybe they've left and they forgot something they did at home. Or maybe there's something they've actually put off for quite a while. All because they didn't have proper time management skills. If you're one of those people struggling with procrastination, it might be a conversation you need to sit right there for. We have Dr. Shogo, a Forbes-recognized coach and certified corporate trainer for the Center for Management Development. Now, he is going to be talking about time management this morning. Managing time. It's just one of those things. I don't want to waste time talking about how much I've wasted time on things that I could have done a little bit better. Welcome back to the studio.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's give an overview of what time management actually is.
Okay, so when we look at time management is a concept that helps us, or it's a process that helps us to effectively allot time for different tasks and activities in our lives. Every day we have tasks, we have activity, but the truth is, are you paying attention to how much time you use? So let's look at having your bath, for instance. There are people that have their bath in the bathroom for 45 minutes, 30 minutes.
Wow.
There are people that have their bath for just 15 minutes, they're out of it. And this affects your overall productivity at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month.
Okay, so is there some kind of step-by-step, maybe guide to how to properly manage our time? Everyone leads busy lives. They have so many things to plug in to this same 24 hours. So how do we do it? Okay,
so I'm gonna put it this way. When we look at time management is more about self-management because time is infinite. You are the one trying to fix yourself into time. Time is not going anywhere. We're the one going. So you need to be able to understand time quadrant. There's a difference between important, that something is important, and urgent. Important, but not urgent. Then urgent and important, and urgent, not urgent, and not important. Urgent.
So let me break it down.
Break it down
so you have
quadrant
one, urgent,
important,
and
urgent.
Urgent and important.
Yes.
Right? That's quadrant one. Quadrant two is
important,
but not urgent.
Not urgent.
Okay.
Now, quadrant three is not urgent, but important.
Okay.
Then not urgent and not important. So the quadrant four, for instance, not urgent, not important. That's the quadrant of trivialities of life.
Okay.
That is where people lounge, spend their time, waste their time. So if you're spending your time most in that particular quadrant, you're already wasting your life because you'll be spending your time on low-level activity.
Okay. Let's give some examples of things that are considered urgent and important.
Okay, so let's look at urgent and important. I'm going to give two examples. So let's assume that as a parent, you just got called that your child stabbed someone in school, or probably you have an heart attack. That is important and urgent. Of course. Right. So you have to, so that's a firefighting zone. You have to attend to it almost immediately, no matter how important whatever thing else you're doing. So that particular quadrant is you burn energy a lot of times. So quadrant two says important, but not urgent. That is prevention zone. So which means before it escalates into being urgent, you have handled it. Let's look at the two illustrations I gave. Before your child, before it's degenerated into him or she stabbing someone in school, you had already spent time with your child, telling him about good attitude, being assertive, how not to be aggressive, and you have handled his anger or anger issues.
So that's important.
It's important, but not urgent.
But not urgent.
So I also gave an illustration of heart attack. Before, no heart attack happens overnight. So you have to pay attention to what you're consuming. If you have high blood pressure, you want to check it. It's not urgent, but it is important that you check it. Right.
So you now have urgent, but not important.
Yes. These are the tasks that you can delegate. Not urgent, but it is important.
No. This
remember
one was
that's
urgent.
Important, urgent.
Important, urgent. Yeah. Then not urgent but important.
Not urgent but important.
But now, what about important but not urgent? No. What about urgent but not important? Sorry. Go ahead.
So urgent but not important.
Okay.
They are tasks that you can delegate.
Give it to someone else to do.
Yeah.
But on time.
On time.
Okay.
Then not urgent, not important. These are low-level activity. They are the trivials. Come and go for party, do this, unnecessary social media surfing, checking WhatsApp statuses.
Okay.
You know, so that's the quadrant where people waste lots of their time. And when we look at time management, you should actually look at time in terms of, am I spending time or am I investing time?
Okay.
So when you look at, if you spend your time, it means that you are just burning time without looking for a return on investment.
Okay.
But when you invest your time, you are looking at, is this thing I'm doing, is it going to move me closer to my goal? Is it going to move me closer to my bigger pictures? And there are only 3 ways you can spend your time. Only 3 ways you can invest your time. You invest your time in thoughts, you invest your time in conversations, and you invest your time in the actions you are taking. These are the 3 major ways every human being on the surface of the earth uses their time. So am I spending my time or investing my time in meaningful thoughts? Am I engaging in meaningful conversation? And am I taking intentional action that will move me closer to my goals?
Wow. Honestly, from this overview, I know that there's so much more to this particular conversation, and I hope we can continue on this particular timeline a little later on. But I have to say thank you so much, Dr. Shogo, for coming to talk to us. If you have questions or contributions on this particular matter, please ask them and use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Tag us at TVC Connect so that Dr. Shogo can try and respond to them as quickly as possible.